Ben, when Matt Damon, he's been here and he talked about the night you won the Oscar for Good Will Hunting, and he has a kind of particular take on it. And yeah.
I don't look very happy in that particular photograph. I assure you I was.
He looks
Matt
thrilled.
looks drunk.
But looking back, do you kind of rejoice that you had that amazing success so early on, or does a bit of you kind of not regret it, but sort of, I don't know, think it was a bit of a curse?
I mean, I don't think it was a curse, but I couldn't really appreciate it. I mean, it was very hallucinatory. It was like, I don't know if you've ever been in a traffic accident, but there's that moment where you go, oh my God, I'm gonna crash into this wall over here. You know, everything sort of slows down and you're spinning around. That was how it kind of felt. They said our names and I sort of looked at Matt and was like, should we get up? And we get up and there's, you know, people are clapping, you know, and there was Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau presented it to us, and, you know, Billy Crystal was hosting and he was going, Matt and Ben, and, you know, I was 24 years old. I mean, I barely knew anything at all. And it was, you know, I mean, I think it was in some ways trouble to get that much attention that young, and I really didn't have any perspective on it at all. It was a wonderful honor, but it was, you know, I certainly appreciated later on much more what it meant.
And was there a kind of thing where people thought you were that character?
Yeah, I think people thought that Matt was the math genius and then I was his sort of dim-witted friend he dragged along from home. You know what I mean? They were like, you give him an Oscar too. All right, guy. And that stayed with me for a while. You're all right too. You can go ahead. You know.
So being back at the Oscar podium for Argo, that must have been such a kind of, what a satisfying
hopefully
moment.
No one thought I was a dim-witted friend anyway. I don't know. Yeah, no, it was much more satisfying. And I had been through so much stuff, so many ups and downs and humiliations and highs and lows. And you know, at that point I had 3 children and I had built a whole life, and it felt like something that was much more, I appreciated it, and I really felt like I also knew what it meant and what it didn't mean, you know what I mean, and that what was important about it and what wasn't, and it was a really nice night, and I got to share it with people that I really loved, and it was probably a much more healthy experience.